You would have heard today that 33,000 jobs may well go if this IR bill makes its way through the Senate, as most likely it probably will, because David Pocock will obviously end up signing up on things, and particularly the mining industry could be affected here, with hundreds of billions of dollars worth of projects grinding to a complete halt. Tania Constable joins us now as the CEO of the Minerals Council to talk about exactly what's on the line here. Nice to talk to you. So, put simply, in really practical terms for the people watching us right now, the Prime Minister was out there today saying every time industrial relations laws are suggested to be changed, business says the sky is falling. I well and truly heard that the sky was falling with some of this analysis that was out there today. What do you think happens if they get what they want?
All business across Australia, Paul, are deeply concerned about this bill. It's been brought in with a very short notice for businesses, small right through to large businesses, to have a look at what it might mean. And we're saying take a step back, because this has deep consequences for every industry, including the mining industry. A one-size-fits-all just doesn't cut it.
So give me an idea about where the negotiations are right now. Jackie Lambie seems to be, it doesn't matter how long this session goes, she wants to get it into next year. But David Pocock with the Greens is all that the Labor Party needs. What conversations have you had with the new senator from the ACT?
Well, we're talking to all politicians at the moment, and we're certainly talking to the crossbench, the senators involved. We're talking about the implications that it has for the mining industry and our supply chains, what it might mean for businesses in the ACT, what it might mean for businesses across Australia. And I've used examples about, what it might mean in Western Australia versus the East Coast, so that they get a good idea on the implications for our businesses, but also what it might mean for businesses, small and large, across Australia.
So we know that certainly for small business, they would be frightened about this, and literally the Small Business Minister asked multiple times today, can you name one business that wants this? No answer. In your particular sector, though, you've obviously already dealing with a heavily unionised workforce that's there already. Would your concern be that a dispute at one mine could end up in another mine?
We have various types of agreements in place across Australia. We have enterprise agreements, single interest agreements. We have common law contracts where the employer and the individuals are negotiating out their agreements together, and that's all working very, very well for us. The introduction of what looks like almost a compulsory approach with this new multi-employer bargaining system, where companies can be roped into other companies' agreements, really is going to be detrimental to the mining industry as a whole. And not just the mining industry, Paul, but to other industries across Australia. We've been making that point time and time again, and the government are not listening. They don't think that it's going to affect particular industries, and they've got it wrong. So we're saying split the bill, put through the good aspects of the bill that relate to what is the supported bargaining stream, low-income workers and government employees, and that was the original intent of the bill, and then leave the rest to next year so that the politicians involved and businesses have time to reflect and can get it right.
Do you feel screwed by the Jobs Summit? I know plenty of people turned up. They thought it was a new broom, time to deal with that new broom. But the reality is that it didn't matter whether you guys were there or not, because the unions really have got this bill, haven't they?
Well, this was the aspect that had overwhelmingly concern raised at the Jobs Summit. Every business said the same. We supported a whole range of issues at the Jobs and Skills Summit, but this particular bill, as it related to particularly multi-employer bargaining, was not supported by anyone, whether it's small business, medium-sized businesses or large business. Everybody said the same. It is too controversial and we want it moved into next year. So that's the message we're giving to politicians. Split the bill and get it right. Let the good things go through and leave the rest until next year.
Good on you, Tania. Appreciate the chat. All the best, and all the best with the advertising campaign. I seem to know an hour of television where there's plenty of time if you'd like to spend it. Thank you, Tania. Do appreciate it.